We will fight like people have nothing to lose.
Back to the war, as we said, not the way you see it. We can all agree to disagree. Today, I am going to be playing a video for you guys to watch about what has been going on between DRC Congo and Rwanda. Apparently, there's some accusations that the president of Rwanda, which is Paul Kagame, has been the one sponsoring the M23. But the president of DRC Congo do not have the proof to back up his claim. So we are going to be hearing from Lumumba, and we are going to be hearing from the president of DRC Congo and Paul Kagame. Let me know what you think about this video. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and turn your notification button on. And shout out to all the channels that has been posting about these videos. If I'm using any of your clip, shout out to you. Thank you so much. And I hope everybody have an amazing day. Stay blessed, stay safe, and peace out.
This country that has suffered for so long and nobody came to the help. Don't need permission from anybody. Do what we have to do to protect ourselves. We did it in broad daylight. I have said it to those who matter in this problem. And that's what is going to happen. You go home, sleep, don't do anything. There will be nothing crossing these borders of this small country of ours. You need a needle. Just I'm saying this, not only that. Ikindi nuko where we have been 30 years ago, there is nothing worse that can happen to us, and somebody will pay the price other than ourselves.
There's even an ultimatum given. Why exactly?
Mais pour que ça cesse, tout simplement.
Quite simply, so it may stop. It's been going on for 30 years, ever since the international community asked us to open our borders to the influx of refugees fleeing the genocide in Rwanda.
Le génocide au Rwanda. Et à ce moment-là,
at that point, people involved in the genocide also slipped in. And they entered the DRC with their weapons, because the order had been given from somewhere, still within the international community, to let them in with their weapons.
Dans la communauté internationale, de les laisser entrer avec leurs armes.
And after that, Rwanda was given a right of pursuit, inviting itself into the Democratic Republic of Congo to hunt down these people.
Pour chasser ces génocidaires.
But unfortunately, Rwanda didn't make the distinction, so also massacred Congolese. And since then, the massacre hasn't ended. Rwanda discovered that there were minerals in the DRC. And Rwanda made contacts in the international community that enabled it to sell these blood minerals.
Le receleur, enfin le vendeur de ces minerais, du sang, des minerais obtenus.
Minerals obtained by using violence against our populations to force them to leave the localities where these minerals are found.
Les localités dans lesquelles on trouve ces minerais. Et depuis lors,
since then, Rwanda has become the representative of these minerals for the international community, for these multinationals.
La communauté internationale, pour ces multinationales.
You just mentioned the 1990s when Rwandan refugees came to Zaire. arrive au Zaïre. Aujourd'hui, on est
Now it's 30 years later.
la présence du M23.
This is why I said it's been going on 30 years.
Today in eastern Congo, we're seeing the presence of the M23 movement, which according to multiple statements by your government is supported by Rwanda. Do you plan to meet Rwanda's President Paul Kagame in the days to come?
There's currently an initiative being taken by Angolan President João Lourenço, who's been appointed mediator in this conflict by the African Union. And he's already put forward peace initiatives on several occasions, but they've all been sabotaged. Everything was sabotaged by Kagame and his regime. We're really at a final crossroads. There is now what we believe to be a last chance, and I want to give peace a chance as much as possible. But obviously, that's not because of weakness, and we're not always going to be patient like this, wishing for peace.
Does that mean that you're still prepared, as agreed, to meet Paul Kagame?
I've always said that I'd never meet the M23. Because, as I said, it's an empty shell, fabricated to justify the aggression against my country, the DRC.
Pour justement justifier l'agression contre mon pays, de la RDC, mais qu'en réalité, le vrai
But the real aggressor, the real criminal, is Paul Kagame. And I want to meet him, not to beg him or to negotiate anything with him. It's to ask him and tell him clearly, eye to eye, that he's a criminal, that enough is enough now, and that his little game is known to everyone. It's enough what he's done to my country and my people, and it's time for him to leave the territory, the soil of my country.
Be cheated, and President Kagame has been on record as saying that we don't want any conflict, but if it is brought on us, then we are going to defend ourselves to the last person. And that is exactly what is going to happen. The assumption that Rwanda is a little country that you can overwhelm in a few days is completely misguided. And I hope that the administration in Kinshasa remains conscious of this, that Africa does not need a conflict of that nature. As I've already indicated, there are over 120 armed groups in that area, all of which have different commands. So what you would be bringing forth if there was a conflict of that kind would be chaos. It would be hell on earth. People would create an environment where they will just control little fiefdoms, where they mine and engage in illicit trade, which is completely undesirable. And remember that there are people within these territories who also would be acting at the behest of foreign powers. And I'm happy to hear that President Tshisekedi has now said that he is prepared to meet President Kagame. There was a time when he said he was not going to meet President Kagame, but wisdom is going to prevail. And I hope that in the next few weeks, there will be such a meeting between President Tshisekedi and President Paul Kagame, and that the tension would be eased, and that we would have rapprochement, and we would have a peaceful resolution to all the issues that are outstanding, if any, between Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda.
I said, we are not going to address anything unless you come out clearly to tell us facts about the situation. I asked you, I said, are these people in M23 Congolese or not? And he said to me, and there were other leaders in the meeting, that absolutely, these are Congolese. Then he came out to say that he has in fact even openly talked about it. I think when he was in the US or UK, I don't remember what he said, that he came out and said it. So he was confirming that these are Congolese. I said, fine. So how do they become our problem? How do they become Rwanda's problem? I also asked him, I said, do you know when these people, the group that started this fighting, do you know where they came from? In fact, before he answered, the president of the country where they came from is the one who said it. He said, yeah, no, actually they came from, this man refused to solve their problems, and they decided to cross the border and go back where they belong. So then I asked him again, I said, so how do you keep associating Rwanda with this problem? I even asked him, I said, why did you the other day bomb our territory? Because they had been sharing with artillery, heavy artillery across the border onto our territory in Kinigi. There are people here who know it. I said, why? What are you doing? What do you want? And he just said, no, but this, they should go back. I said, go back where? Those who came here, they were about between 500 and 600 when they ran away on 2013. There are those who crossed and came here, about between 500 and 600 fighters with their arms. What we did, we put them in a camp. That's why we put them as refugees. And we removed the arms, actually handed back the arms to government in Kinshasa. This they know, they can't even deny. They said they had wanted to solve the problem politically. They invited some of the leaders of this group, took them to Kinshasa, that they wanted to talk to them and resolve the problem. These people, the leaders of this group, went to Kinshasa. They are put in a hotel, spent 5 months without seeing anybody to talk to them until they left. Of course, they left heavy bills behind in the hotel. Nothing else. Now, but when you see, then you would see you saw in the statements of different organizations and so, blaming Rwanda for M23 conflict in Eastern Congo. I cannot tell you the reasons exactly why that would be happening. Now, but I would ask people so. You may associate us with M23. You may blame us for everything, M23. What do you say about FDLR that is in Eastern Congo for the last 30 years, more or less? I thought even the forces, the UN forces that were put in Eastern Congo or in Congo were put there to actually address this problem and maybe other problems, but this one was the main one. But you've been there for decades. It has been so costly, but the problem is still there. And then some of them tried. The government said, no, they are not there, we don't have FDLR, and then we would give them names. But these are the leaders, 1, 2, so and so and so and so and so. They are in this location. In fact, I one time told the president of DRC, no, I said, you don't know that these people are there in this place, that place, and they've been even manning roadblocks and they collect taxes? He says, so he remembered. he remembered that has been happening. So I said, so what are we talking about? You have FDLR who have taken over territories in Eastern Congo and are collecting taxes, and you are telling me they are not there?
On the next video, have an amazing day, an amazing week. Salam alaikum and peace out.